For 20 years, I've been obsessed with getting inbound leads. And inbound leads are leads that come to you. People find your content and they're interested. And then they start following you and join the community. And when they come to talk to you, they're ready to buy and they're warm. And it's just what I've been doing. So I've been on LinkedIn for that long too. But I left for 6 months last fall to build with AI. And it was good. It was a great break. But when I came back this spring, everybody was complaining about the algorithm and LinkedIn, and reach was down, and it was so hard. And so I thought, well, why don't I do an experiment? And so I set up a LinkedIn newsletter. And the results have been amazing. And I want to show you the opportunity that's there. And anybody can tap into this. So I've been doing this for a long time. When I was at Dell back in 2011, I led the social media team, which included the LinkedIn corporate page. And that page has grown to 6 million. So yes, Dell is very large and they've had resources. I've joined a couple of tech startups since then, most recently, Techolution. And it had like followers on the company page. And it now has 633,000. The one thing about my strategy is that it creates momentum. Meaning, if you continue to publish, it's like a big ball rolling downhill and it continues growing and growing. So then the last startup I was at Test Rigger. And again, they started with a few thousand following their company page. And so with consistent once a week publishing, this has grown to 131,000. So I built these brands and these audience for companies that I work for. The mistake I made was not doing it for myself. So I am so excited though about the LinkedIn newsletter, and I think that it's something that you can do too. So I'm going to switch over. So the newsletter is fairly simple. You set it up. Have 7,300 followers, so about 5% signed up. The way the LinkedIn newsletter works is that when you go to publish your first article, it sends a subscription invite to all of your followers. So it's automatic. You see them coming in LinkedIn, people asking you to subscribe to their newsletter. Many people click it on. But the magic happens that every time you publish, it goes into their email inbox. So when you publish a LinkedIn post, it just sits in LinkedIn. But this goes out. The other thing is that SEO and Google search. So it's big for that. Haven't heard so much about AI search, but I know that it's good for Google search. So when this goes out to people's inboxes after publishing 3 times, I have a 30% open rate. That's amazing. So really, people are opening it and clicking it. So my first 3 editions have went out. So build your next chapter. And the paper airplane you'll see here. The paper airplane, my topic is about reinvention. You can reinvent yourself. And you start with a piece of paper and you can fold it simply and get movement or get momentum. You can literally reinvent that piece of paper into a paper airplane that can take flight. And that's what I'm helping people do, is to find their next chapter. So that's the title. Next one, freedom isn't something you celebrate once a year. You build it every day. So this was published the weekend of July 4th, and it's our Independence Day. But I believe that you can build your own freedom, either through a side hustle, or if you've been laid off, you can build your own business and offer your services. You don't need to rely on an employer. So the next one is ready to open the door to your next chapter and talking about using your experience. Now this 4th one is going to be using a LinkedIn newsletter. But you can see there is a plan. There is building around a topic, not random. You want to have a continual journey that you're taking your reader on. So it's pretty easy to set up. The one thing I'd suggest is graphics, creating something. There's a logo, and then there is the image. And as you create each one, think about what you're doing with your imagery, just to tie it all together. And the next piece is the impressions. Look at, since I started this 3 weeks ago, about right here, it has just continued to go up. Way more impressions than my LinkedIn posts were getting. And down here, this is the biggest news. So when you publish on your LinkedIn feed, the only way for people to find your posts is if somebody shares it or if they comment. If someone comments on your post, then it gets into other networks. But what's exciting about this is if you notice that in network, 54% of the people who saw this were in my network existing, but out of network is 46%. And at one point, it was as high as 75%. So I'm going to go over here, back again, and you can see here, 75% of network. That's amazing. That means that LinkedIn is taking this newsletter and putting it out in front of all new audiences. Then those people subscribe. So I have had, since I started it, I had about 5% of my 7,300 subscribe. So about 365 people. But every week I am steadily gaining. I have gained 31% more subscribers in 2 weeks. And I'm sitting at 485 right now. That's amazing. Like, it's fast to grow. It does take some time in terms of creating your content, but you already know and have your experience. So it's just a matter of planning it, and AI can really help. So if you're interested in doing this, you are welcome to come and join my community. I have a free community where you can explore some of the AI tools that I have and talk about these types of projects and get some help from myself and the community members. So that is my tip for you. It's a great experiment. There's nothing worse than creating content and having no one read it. I mean, very encouraging, but here I am at week 4, ready to submit the next newsletter. And then after a couple of days, I'll start thinking about, well, what's my next weekly newsletter going to be? What's the topic? And then building it from there. So it makes it a lot more fun. And it really should be, I use the word fun, but it should be engaging. You should like to do it. There's no reason not to. So if you want help getting started, let me know. I put the link to my community in the description, and subscribe if you'd like to get more like this.